Well, I got it out, got it upside down. It sits on, it has this rail here, so I don't have to, and the hands are up above it, so I don't have to worry about that. What you can't see, trying to get you out of the stand here, there's a little sight window here that you can see, and it's not running. So I'm gonna try to pull this cover off. There he goes, it's running. Huh. Well, let's roll it up. There you go. Well, we're going to stand it up and let it run for a couple days like that. Here, it's got a little bit of play in it. I can't, I'm going to have to set you back down a second. I gotta, oops. It's still running. It's got, the number's got a little play in them. I'm all right with that. Now we got to set it to the time. It is 7:30. Hey, you know, that's pretty much on time. I should unplug it. Well, we'll just turn it back. That goes into there. That's pretty good. 7:30. That one over there, can you see it? That's at 7:30. And that one way over there, it says 7:30. That's an old Coca-Cola clock that used to be in the gas station. Man, it didn't take much to get it going, did it? I thought I was going to have to change the motor out. But I guess I don't. But I need to put this back on. It probably needs lubricating. Here's what it looks like back there, if you guys can see it. Hey, probably hard to see. Huh. I can't see anything moving. Maybe there might be a gearbox in this that comes down there, so it only turns one revolution. I don't see anything moving there. Still running. This is the little, I don't know if you're seeing that, the little swivel thing that this rod came up through there and went in there, and then the I don't know if you can see the hole in there. I don't see any. That must be straight through one. That must be going straight through to this. That's all I figured. We've gained a minute. I got to figure out how I'm going to stand this thing up so I'll sit there and. That thing ran for years. See a little bit of slop in it? If you get it over center, you can see the slop in it. But I'm all right with that. I don't care. Wonder why. It's running. I don't know if you can you see that thing spinning like heck? I don't know if I can zoom in on it or not. And it'll probably go out of focus anyway. Yeah, you can see, I can see it spinning. I got to put this cover back on. I wish I knew how to lubricate it. But yeah, there's a detent right there, a detent right there, and a hole there, and a hole there. So those detents, this was, I don't remember, was this down at the bottom? There's a detent there and there. There's a detent there and there. I think it was over the side. Feels pretty good. I can still see it running in there, I think. All right. Well, maybe the clock was repaired. I thought I was going to have to change the motor out. That's good news, guys. Whoops. You guys can't, oh, you're already still zoomed in, aren't you? Whoops, wrong way. Boy, what a good cameraman. What Well, I'm so happy about that. I'm going to go download this on YouTube. You're going to see this in real time. And I want to stand it up and, well, you know, I'll probably put it back in the, well, I think I have to have help because I got to need 2 hands to put this little cotter pin back in there. I'm tickled to death about that. All right, guys, this is a wrap. Do me a favor. Leave me a comment on my clock repair. We'll see you tomorrow. I hope to stack some wood like I showed earlier today tomorrow, and I don't know what else I'm going to get into. I won't be changing the motor in the clock, though, I hope. We'll see you later now. Bye-bye. Hi out there in YouTube land. This is a follow-up. This is the next day, and it's about 12:34. Is that right? 34? Yeah. And it's been running since the last video, which was last night, and it's keeping up with this clock. It's keeping up fine with that clock. Didn't focus in on that. And it's keeping up with that one up there. So we're doing good. Been getting sidetracked on a few other things. Cleaning up in the back, we kind of found some stuff that was, this was my dad's. That's JBC. Kind of interesting. And inside of that was a bunch of my dad's stuff. And you know, you kind of just don't know what to do with it. He's got stuff down there when he was at, he went to McKinley High School, which I just found out basically, and here was his 1938 yearbook, and going through it, and there's my dad. Kind of interesting. What do you do with stuff like this? I mean, I haven't seen this in, I know, since I moved here, and moved here in '89. Not much interest. Here's a old happy birthday card. There's a few board games in here. I didn't even know this was in here. I just saw that. There were some games upstairs. There's a few of these up there. There was Indian Guide stuff when I was young. I was into Indian Guides. Here's Indian Guide stuff. What do you do with this stuff? You know, my kids aren't going to want it, so does it in here and you just walk it over and throw it in the trash? It's got sentimental value to it. It has value to it because there's one of these yearbooks on the internet selling for $100, but it's not the money that's that it is. McKinley High School, that was a kind of an interesting school. Look at the, I guess that's from the gym. Look at that school. That was, and it's still there, I think. Guess that was the principal. Yeah. Look at that school. They just don't make, oh wow, look at that. They just don't make things like that anymore. The ornateness. Kind of interesting. So we've been talking over, just don't know, what do you do with stuff like this? You could repurpose that into a shelf or a table or something like that. And look at how they have the metal in here and the hangers in there. There are some couple silhouette girls. That's cut out and pasted on there. I have no idea if they're a relative or not. And here's, you know, papers that meant a lot to stuff. I think this was all my mom's stuff. My mom was a pretty good writer. And I don't know. What do you do with stuff like that? Anyhow, just kind of put my mind in a different mindset. We've been upstairs talking for an hour and looking different things up. I have my dad's Monopoly game from when he was a kid. This is 1938, so he was probably maybe 18 there. He was born in 1919, 18 or 19. He was born in 1919. Anyhow, it brings back a lot of memories or thoughts, maybe. Manual training courses that he took, Washington Diesel School. I guess he was, but I never knew him to work on diesels. He was in the Army. but he had a medical discharge. Just kind of sombering thoughts, I guess, or sobering thoughts, or I don't know what it is. Makes you wonder what's going to happen with all your stuff. And we were discussing what becomes family stuff that you keep. I don't know. Anyhow, this clock is getting ready to go back to its garage, and a couple people wonder, will it keep time? I think it'll keep time, and if it doesn't, another good guy, hey Mac, was talking about the motors, how you can still get them. This is an original motor that I bought years ago when that motor went bad, or maybe this motor went bad. I don't know. I don't keep track of it. There it is. Cost $58. Now they're an original motor. I really think this is the original motor, because that's copper in there, or brass, as opposed to this one here is aluminum. I think this is an updated motor, but all this is brass. But I got this stuff, and you have to wire it with a little wire, so it's going to get put away. And if this one decides to stop, I might get into it. I've looked in it. This area of these and this area of these is a gearbox, I'm pretty sure. And I've seen in a couple places where these gearboxes, the oil in them has started to get hard, and they drill a little hole in them and they slosh stuff to break up the oil, then they refill it with a synthetic clock oil. So I might try to do that on these and these if I get into a situation. If this runs for the next who knows how long, we'll keep you updated from time to time. There is a little slop in the gears. See it? So that has to be slop in the gears, which is in here and in here, which it's hard to explain. It's torquing. As long as it's torqued and it goes, but it switches its torque from feeding to slowing it, from power to slowing it down. So when it's coming up this way, if you watch it, it torques funny, and then when it gets over center, it torques that way. So that little bit of slop could create you figure it does it once every minute, okay, could create wear in on these inner, it's wearing someplace instead of just running smooth. Watch it, when it gets over the top of the center, you'll see that minute hand jump a little bit, I think. There it goes. And when it comes down here, when it gets down here, it slowly takes that up. And that little slop might be creating that it got caught in a gear when it did that slop one time. I have no idea. Anyhow, it's good for me. We'll talk at you later. I got a lot of stuff to do outside. I need to get off my butt. You know what time it is? Yeah, you know me. I have a lot of bird food to be catching up on. We went and got a couple more bags of bird food. You can kind of see them out there. They're eating that about as fast as the wood's burning up in my wood stove or in the boiler outside. And I'll mention it now, if anybody here is boiler people, right now I'm getting an aerobic and a cardio exercise program on keeping that boiler fed. It's pretty chilly out there. It might be up to freezing now. I'm all right with that. In fact, pretty stupid for not doing more outdoor stuff in this weather, because I'm not getting muddy. So I'm going to get out there and get the bird food filled up. I haven't had any more deer in the bird feeder since the run on it a couple weeks ago, or week and a half ago. So we're going to top that off. Anyhow, that's what's going on. I'll be back in a little bit. Bye-bye. Hi guys. Well, I finished the bird feeder, filling up all the bird food, getting all that done. This basket is getting low. I don't remember how many days. I think I brought this maybe on the 5th or 4th of January. I think it's the 10th today. It's Friday. Wednesday was the 8th and 9th and 10th. Today's the 10th. I have this wood here that I got out of that basket there. I'm going to finish emptying that out. This is just finishing. I got a little bit of coals in there, a 14-hour run, because I filled it at 12. I already got my slime out of here. Look at all that slime. That's just the nasty stuff you ever want to deal with. So anyhow, I am going to what I do here, you can't see it really that hard, and with one hand I just pickaroon this stuff all the way up to the edge here, and it'll last me that's an ornery one, isn't it? And then I don't have to reach so far. I don't think you should use pickaroons for picking up stuff. I've gone through that before, but for moving stuff closer to you, I'm all right with that. You're just dragging it up here to this edge. And I got a feeling this box might have to go out. Whoops, missed that one, but here's one. Get it closer to the edge. Anyhow, I got a feeling this is going to go out tonight. They're calling for more snow tonight, only an inch, which is just a total pain in the butt. An inch of snow is a pain in the butt, because if I don't do my driveway and you drive on it, then you pack it down and it'll turn to ice in this kind of temperature. So you got to scrape it. So an inch or 3 feet, it don't really make much difference. So you might as well have one that's good. So that's kind of what's going on today. Just goofy little projects. Oh, I got the clock put up in its spot. I'll take you up there in a little bit and show you it running. I got to synchronize the two clocks next to each other down to the second. And I'll explain how I do that, but I'm not going to show doing that. So we'll be back in a little bit. Bye-bye. Well, it's in the right spot. It seems to be going around. On 4, the second hand, and a little bit of the slop, that's close enough. That's on the 5, that's on the 5. They're pretty close if you can see the two. 6, 6. They're within a second or so, but as they go to the torque side instead of the come down side, the minutes will change a little bit. But when they go around the other way, and it's all I do is stop them a minute ahead of the time, or stop them, I unplug them, they're both plugged into the same unit. So I undo that, bring this one up till the second hand's up. Okay, I did it on 17, now it's 18. And then I just unplugged it right there a minute ago. And same way with this one, I let it come up and get it on the right spot, and then unplugged it, plugged them both into that unit there while the unit was unplugged. And then I played with the clock until it flipped over from 16 to 17, and then just plugged them both in. So that's that, and that are all synchronized pretty close. So I'll keep track of what's going on. So that's the clock update. Did they say the same time? 2:32? Yeah. When you're looking through this thing and all the stuff that's on the screen, it didn't even look like it was. Look, this one here looked like to me it was 4 o'clock. 4:10. Anyhow, it still does. Man, in this thing here, it really looks like it's 4:10. All right, we'll see you. Bye. Just something funny that I thought was interesting. See all those tracks? Those are deer tracks. This is right like there to the house. There was a plant there. There's some big footprints right there and there. That was Bigfoot. Oh, me. But this is all deer tracks. That's me. Don't think about that one. This is all deer tracks. See all this? This is right next to the house. They polished off that plant last night. Just a little thing. You don't know how much your yard comes alive until you have a snow and go out and look around. These are all deer tracks. Anyhow, I got to get the bonfire going. There's some boxes over there. I've already put some boxes in there and brought some wood to cover the boxes up so the wood fly ash doesn't get around. Or paper ash, fly ash. Anyhow, we'll be back in a little bit. Bye. Well, it only took me till about 4:30 to get out here, guys. That's how speedy I am. The pile of this wood here is stuff that was all split in summer. Some of it's oak, some of it's ash, some of it I can pick up. And my plan is, if I can pick it up, I'm gonna put it in here because I can carry it over there. I should have moved that up a little further. Maybe I'll drag it up further before I fill it up because I don't want to take too many steps. I want to get rid of this pile anyway. It looks like most of this big stuff is oak. And I'm just gonna work my way at it. I'll get you guys a little bit of a picture. I'm not up for filling that bucket and putting it anywhere next next to the wood splitter, or I don't know how to explain. Normally I don't do this. I'm going to be double stacking it, basically is what I'm saying. Which I don't really like doing that, but sometimes you just got to do what you got to do. I want some bigger chunks of wood for the boiler, because it right now, as I said earlier, are you guys getting aerobic and cardio workout at your wood boiler? I think this could probably go up a little bit higher and over. That's probably good enough. I'm getting a cardio and aerobic workout feeding that boiler right now. I got Fiskars here someplace, but I don't know. This is ash. That ain't too bad. This one here's ash. I'll just put this whole thing in. The boilers can take big stuff like this. More than this rack can take stuff like this. This rack has about had it. I'm not trying to knock the snow off. I wouldn't mind splitting one of these and see where it's at moisture wise. Maybe I'll do that when I get back there, but probably not. I don't really remember where this ash came from, to be honest with you. That's going to be a get in the way piece. This one here is oak. I'm pretty sure, yeah. See, I'm going to have to take these down and just dump them. Normally I stand these up. That's a little bit long. That's going to be nothing but a headache, isn't it? All these are nothing but a headache. But I want to get this pile of wood out of here. And figured this would be a little bit better than just picking it up and taking it down there, then re-putting it in a crate. I don't know. Got the fire going over there. Can you feel the warmth? This is a piece of oak there. I can put it in. I can sneak that in right there. This is a big piece of oak. I ain't even trying to put. I know that even though that was split in the summertime, I know that that's not even close to being seasoned. This little ash be a good throw it in the fire thing. So I'm going to try getting some of this. That's oak. If it's little oak, I'd put in there. This is ash here. And I'm sure it's wet because it's been sitting on the ground. But it'll be all right. It will work. You guys see all the water that's coming off the back of that boiler, off the front of that boiler. This will be fine. Should have done this before the snow came in. Getting a workout, afternoon workout. All right, I'm gonna bring you back after I got something done. There ain't no point in you watching me load because I don't know how to speed it up. So I'll be back in a little bit. I'm gonna leave the camera out here. I gotta put you in my pocket or you guys will just, the battery will freeze up. So, woo, old man's already out of breath. Be back in a bit. Well, here's a 1 minute follow-up. I think that's the plan. We got a good load of stuff over here. There's 3 pieces of oak in here. I think this one down here is oak, but it was real light. Pretty gnarly wood. Mostly there's just 3 chunks of oak in there. That's a ash. Oak, ash, that needs to be resplit. I can't pick that one up. These are real big. Just remember, this whole pile was meant to go for resplitting down there. Those were on the ground. I figured they're probably soaking wet. There's no point in pushing your luck. I might go down and just dump these. I hate to dump and then have to restack. That's just against my brain grade or something like that. But these are definitely going down. Gotta get rid of them. I gotta load these up and take them down there. One the ash, so that's where it is. I was using a Fiskars First I came into and pushed it. I pushed it with a fork the other day. I think I showed you that to loosen them up because they're frozen together. And I also got to put the snow plow on because they're calling for a little bit more snow. A little bit of smoke over there, just kind of winding down on burning all the paper and different things like that. So I'm going to go dump that, come back. I might leave it in there. I can always dump it any time. I think I'll just leave it in the bucket, but I'll take it down there. I can bring another bucket up and put this stuff in the other. I have a bigger bucket than that green one. Get this stuff over to the boiler, because that's going to be in the boiler tonight, guys. And I think that's about a quarter cord. I think it's maybe 4 foot wide and it's probably 4 foot tall, and it's 18 and 18 inches deep because I cut most of my stuff at 18 inches, so whatever that comes out to. I'm guessing 4 foot. I don't. Well, it's not 4 foot. I don't know how tall it is. It's about a quarter of a cord, though, is the way I look at it. Anyway, I guess I'm going to put the tripod back here. Close it up, put you guys back in my pocket. I might bring you back a little bit later, but I'm kind of thinking this is over and out. Over and out. It is coming to the end of the day, and the days are getting longer, so it's a little bit nicer. I just wish my brain would get out and once I get going, I'm all right, but I just can't get going, guys, and I have so much stuff to do. Anyhow, do me a favor, hit the like button, subscribe button. There's an awful lot of people that watch the video that don't hit the like button. If you don't like it, hit the don't like button. I don't mind. Just hit one of the two daggone buttons. So when you look at it, I think you can see the views. And if I have 1,000 views and I only have, I don't know if you guys can even see the likes. I don't know. You see 1,000 views and only see 200 likes. I need the help. So do me a favor, if you get this far, leave me a comment if you got this far and you like the load of wood and see how it'll work, and are you about ready to get another inch of snow where you're at? So we'll see you. I'm glad you're here. Bye-bye.